So I'm recording this a bit in advance, but today it's extremely hot. To the point where there is some kind of all-time new record for my country, even though it's supposed to have a moderate sea climate. Outside is currently 41 degrees Celsius, which is about 106 or 107 Fahrenheit. And it's like 35 degrees Celsius inside, so I'm extremely hot. If you hear any weird sounds, I'm sorry. And that's just me sticking to my desk. Weirdly enough, this heat works extremely well for my voice. Normally I have these problems in my throat, but talking is way easier in this sauna. Anyway, let's continue. I do wonder how much episodes I'll have left before this episode finishes. Since this has been going on for a very long time, and I'm already dreading making my thoughts on episode 3 since there's so much to cover. The guest house lobby was wrapped in silence. The strings of tension binding Kraus, Natsuhi, and Eva had already loosened, and they were completely worn out, with their minds beginning to waver. Every once in a while, they would stand up and walk around pointlessly, as though fighting their drowsiness. I do hope and think that Eva will have some kind of standoff against her witch self, which can be quite symbolic, as in confronting her younger self. And maybe if she wins, that means that she acknowledges her responsibility as an adult, that she lets go of her childish dreams as a kid, that she lets go of her insecurities as a kid, that she can accept her weaknesses and overcome her inferiority complex. And if Eva Beatrice gets her wish, then Natsuhi and Kraus will be dead very soon.
石にかじりついてでもここを死守するわよ。
She spoke bravely, but she couldn't hide her rough breathing. It seemed that the fever, which has been calmed with medicine for a short time, had returned. It was very obvious that Eva's health was not good.
無理はするな。せめて目を閉じていたまえ。もし起こさねばならぬ時は必ず起こしてやるから。
だから平気だって言ってるわ。放っておいて。
As if she was already unwilling to budge. Rose and Natsuhi realized that even if they talked to her anymore, when she was like this, it wouldn't reach her ears. So without saying anything more, they decided to let her be. Not to Eva right now. Even having an argument like that would be burdensome. It would probably be better for her body. She just sat there, with her mouth closed. In truth, Eva was just a step away from being beaten down by drowsiness. Perhaps she shot back at them with a temper because she was trying to rouse herself and throw off her sleepiness. I think she's just afraid of going to sleep, since then she will see what Eva Beatrice is doing. The clock would be pointing to 6 in the afternoon very soon. She had several snacks to distract herself from her drowsiness, so she didn't feel hungry. Now her lack of sleep made it feel like it was 6 in the morning, not the afternoon. Even supposing the boat came at precisely 9 in the morning tomorrow, they still had more than 12 whole hours to go. It was an overwhelmingly long stretch of time. Long, painful, hot. Even the sound of the clock torments my body now. In times like this, when that person puts his hand on my forehead, the fever fades at once. But that person no longer exists. As Eva's mind grew foggy, she was once again gripped by a deep sadness. She had already cried herself dry. Even so, the sadness of losing her beloved husband, not being exhausted.
私は間違っていたんだわ。
どうして？
I knew Witch and Eva were fundamentally the same being. If Eva talked to her, she would always respond.
私は後宮家の当主の座さえ得られれば、それで満足のはずだった。それがあの黄金の山を見た途端に欲が増えたの。あの黄金の山を独り占めしたい気持ちに駆られた。
それは恥じることでも何でもないわ。だって後宮家の当主として当然の権利じゃない。他の誰にも黄金のひとかけらだって譲るものかってのよ。
私がその誘惑にとらわれたからあなたが生まれてしまったんだわ。あなたは私の少女時代の心であると同時に自分勝手でしかない私のよこしまな心でもあった。そのあなたがあの黄金の山によって芽生えた私の愚かな欲望のせいで私の胸という卵の殻を破りこの世に生まれ出てしまった。あなたを産んだのは私の責任。
なら私が殺したローザとマリアもそしてルドルフとキリエと秀吉もあなたの責任ってことになるわ。
Oh, I forgot to look at the status screen. I will do it in a bit.
どうしてうちの人まで殺したのよ。どうして
秀吉を殺す気はなかったわ。だってうるさくてしつこかったんだもの。その意味では私たちの、いえ、あなたの責任ね。あんなのを旦那に選んだあなたの責任だわ。
あなたみたいな子供にあの人の良さはわからないわよ。あなた
何よ。私たちは魔法で夢を叶えたのよ。碑文の謎を解いたわ。
But at what cost?
そして黄金を見つけ、当主の指輪を手にしたわ。すべての夢を叶えきったわ。
But I think so. She betrayed everything he held dear.
それがなんで不満なの？
それだけが全ての夢なんかじゃないわ。あの人と素敵な人生を歩んで、ジョージに素晴らしい人生を託す。妻として、母として、私にはまだ叶えなければならない夢がたくさんあるのよ。それなのに、
それはあなたが大人になってから勝手に増やした夢だわ。私たちの夢じゃない。
だからあなたは子供なのよ。自分さえ良ければいいの？そうよ。すべて私が悪いのよ。あの時、ローザの言うことにどうして私は反抗したの？どうして兄弟みんなに黄金を見つけたと発表できなかったの？すべて私が醜いから。黄金を独り占めしたくて芽生えさせたよこしまな心があなたを孵化させてしまった。
ひどい嫌われようだわ。私たちは二人で後ろ宮エヴァなのに。
いいえ、もう違うわ。そしてそれはあなたが言ったのよ。私は後ろ宮エヴァ、そしてあなたは黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェよ。だからもう消えて。魔女なんておとぎ話の中にしか存在できない妄想よ、幻想よ。あなたなんか消えてしまえ。二度と私の前に現れないで。
ああ、そう。わかったわ。あなたの前から消えてあげるわ。そして私はもう後ろ宮エヴァじゃない。これからは黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェよ。もう好き勝手に遊んでやるんだから。あんたなんて知らないわ。へそでもかんで勝手に死んじゃえば。
After having a very childlike tantrum, in which who had once been another Ava vanished, only Ava was left behind in the darkness. And she questioned herself.
私なの。 私が彼らを殺したの。あの人を殺してしまったのも私が殺してしまったの。
She could no longer answer that question herself. They seemed to half asleep. She had gotten some saliva caught in the windpipe just as she was dozing off. Eva suddenly started coughing.
大丈夫かエヴァ。夏希、水を頼む。
はい。大丈夫だってば。ちょっとむせちゃっただけなんだから。
Eva pushed away Natsui's hand, and she tried to rub her back, and instantly rose to her feet.
顔を洗ってくるわ。ごめんなさいね、寝ちゃってたわ。戻ってきたらまたコーヒーを入れるわね。特に濃い、明日の朝まで眠気が来なくなるようなやつを。
うん、頼む。ゴーダの入れるコーヒーよりお前が入れるコーヒーの方が私の好みに合うからな。
お世辞でも嬉しいわ。すぐ戻るわ。
Eva exited the lobby, heading for the bathroom. Rose and Natsui watched over her, thrilled back. Oh, and now Natsui and Rose are alone. I mean, just watch. Rose and Natsui get killed at this point, and Eva coming back to find them. And she'll just blame herself even more.
あなたもあれだけ犬猿の中だったエヴァさんに気を使うこともあるのですね。
本来兄とはこういうものではないのか
ね。ええ、それで正しいと思います。
エヴァに限らん。ルドルフにもローザにも。私がした兄らしいことといえば、それを王兵に語り、彼らをいじめただけだ。父のようになりたくて、私なりに必死だった。だが、いつもそれは及ばず、そのはけ口を彼らに向けてしまった。しかし、それは言い訳にならん。エヴァにも、まだ傷が癒えぬほどに、深い心の傷を負わせてしまっただろう。悔いているが、今さらそれを詫びたところで、その傷が癒えるわけもない。
あなたがその気持ちを今だけでなく持ち続けることで、その気持ちはきっと他の兄弟たちにも伝わりますよ。
今となっては他の兄弟もエヴァを残すのみだがね。
もしあなたとあなたのご兄弟が生まれた家が後宮家でさえなかったなら、もっともっと普通な楽しい兄弟の関係であったでしょうに。
それを言ってはならん。エヴァは生涯私を憎み続けるだろう。そしてその資格がある。私はそれを甘んじて受け止めるつもりだ。
あなた、
エヴァ、すまん。もちろん許さなくていい。
もちろん許さないわ。何を今さら。
As expected. I mean, I did say they were about to be killed.
悪いと思ったなら今すぐへそでも噛んで死んじゃえば。やっちゃえ、シエスタ姉妹。45、射撃許可治療。射撃曲線再確認。飛行誤差修正。410データリンク。410データ受領。射撃許可確認。にひひひひ、射撃。
Together, the sisters released a magical bowstring that they had readied. The beautiful tail trailed behind the gold arrow, and it drew a lovely curve as it flew. It was just like a gold snake. It skillfully avoided a grove of trees and flew towards the front door of the guest house. And it flew into the keyhole of the door and snuck into the guest house without any problem at all. The gold snake raced down the hall smoothly, yet as fast as an arrow. Right before it was the door to the lobby. When it flew into the keyhole, Klaus and Elsie were already. For an instant, Russ thought he saw a gold-colored sparkle in the keyhole on the door. However, at the same time as he strained his eyes to see what it was, that sparkle bent like a whip and attacked, wrapping itself around Klaus's neck. Just looking at it, the gold snake seemed very supple. However, it was as though a wire had tightened around Klaus's neck. And while that snake choked Klaus, it extended even more and also tightened around Nessie's neck. Without even a chance to scream, their eyes bulged as they went into convulsions and then collapsed.
45命中および死亡確認。牽引曲線形成補正点修正。410へデータリンク。410データ受領。死体牽引開始。2匹も釣れたに2匹。
Gold Snake began to drag Klaus and Nessie's bodies back. They slipped through the door to the corridor, dragging the bodies, gradually increasing in speed. Rapidly pulled them outside the guest house. So the lobby was silent, as though nothing had happened. As though Klaus and Nessie had not been there since the beginning. But this might be the thing that will make Ava lose her mind. Only the sound of the wind and rain remained, as if they were playing dumb and pretending to be the only ones there. I feel like it's going to be past the breaking point.
今コーヒーを入れるわね。
Eva returned from the bathroom when no one was in the lobby. Even though they had supposedly been in that sofa until the moment she had choked and gone to the bathroom, they were gone. If they had been an illusion from the very beginning.
不用心ね。二人揃ってどこに行っちゃったの？
Eva put her hand on the sofa, as though acting out a scene from a detective novel. Also, I feel a sneeze coming up. She felt the warmth that meant had been sitting there until a short while ago. Maybe they went to do the rounds or something. For the time being, Eva sat down and waited for their return. I almost forgot that Beata was actually trying to help George resurrect Shannon. Which makes me think, does that nullify the ceremony? Since Shannon is one of the Twilights and if she's brought back to life, that means that not all the steps that are required to complete the ceremony are in place. So maybe that's one thing that will prevent Ava Beatrice from winning. But before this, I haven't looked at this in a while. Hiromi Hideyoshi Right in the whole of the mansion, his chest pierced by a stake-shaped weapon. That was careless of me. Didn't think you were still alive. Ishigumi Rudolph died in the hall of the mansion, with his forehead pierced by a weapon shaped like a stake. Apparently, I've got to be finished off with stakes from here on out. Rose. Ishigumi Akirie died in the hall of the mansion, her stomach pierced by a stake-shaped weapon. The stomach isn't a particularly lethal spot. Isn't it enough to just kill her in some other, easier way? And stick a stake in her corpse? Speaking of which, that episode that showed the scene with Kirie and Rudolph fighting against the sisters. It was really good, and incidentally that is the video that is going to be uploaded today. Oh, it's actually processing at this point. Yes, and George could be seen in the parlor of the mansion. George was kneeling in Shannon's body as though praying. His face was serious, and there was even sweat on his forehead. Well, there's also sweat on my forehead. But that's just because of the heat inside the house. We don't have any air conditioning. However, yeah, it was the same. Now that she had handed her name over, most of her previous power had been lost. Of course, she still had more than enough power to be called a witch. But compared to the past, it was a very faint thing.
いいぞ。声をかけるな。手で触れるな。心の声で呼べよ。心の手で求めよ。そなたの強き思いだけがシャノンの失われた魂にわらわの魔法を届かせる。
Josh kept praying earnestly and silently. He kept frantically yelling inside his heart, trying to call back the soul of the person he loved. Strongly envisioned his soul leaving his body and searching for her as she wandered through the land of the dead. He had to turn that strong force into magical power that supplemented her own magic. This was magic that, in the past, she could have performed easily without anyone's help. But now, if she didn't rely on someone's assistance, she wouldn't be able to finish the chant, much less succeed.
数百年近くも忘れておったわ。魔法と反言とはこんなにも辛い魔法であったか。
Ed was wearing an even more strange expression than George, and it slipped her mind, but originally, magic to revive a life was the ultimate hidden art. The abnormal thing was her previous magical power, which could be used over and over with a snap of her fingers. So, the heavy burden on her body and mind was, fundamentally speaking, extremely natural.
しかし、こやつめの力、魔法を知らぬというのもかなりのもの。なるほど。さすがは金蔵の孫といったところか。
The strong energy pouring out of George was large enough to act as magical power. At first, the other thought it must be the blood of Kinzo, the sorcerer, However, that probably wasn't it. She had the feeling that Battler had already told her what it was. It had been born from the power of George's sadness at the death of the person he loved, and from the way he had tried his hardest throughout his life. From the warm time spent together with Shannon, to the size of the dream they swore to protect in the future. Is it really possible for humans to take life so seriously? No, they only have a single one. It was only natural. To her, a life didn't mean anything more than the difference between the top and bottom of an Othello piece. If the black represented death, then she thought all you had to do was to flip it over again and make it white. However, it was just like that broken vase. The humans in a world without magic, where they cannot return things to their original form. It is very, very natural for them to bet their life and soul.
生死すら自在にする無限の魔女、死の山さえ越えられぬ有限の人間に劣ることもあるというのか。
Well, wasn't it the more you risked, the higher the chance of a miracle, and if a human stakes his very existence, his very life upon something, he would risk more than an endless witch who can just snap her fingers and make anything happen. Since for that endless witch there wouldn't be any risk involved, or effort, or sacrifice from her part. This time, the witch acknowledged it. He was able to hold a magical power that could never reside in witches who didn't understand the value of a life. Why does this thing called the endless magic exist? Even though I call myself the endless witch? Did I forget what the endless magic means for 1,000 years? Looked at George's expression again. His surging earnestness was like a lightning bolt. Right now, even if George's body had been burned or smashed by a waterfall, he would probably continue to pray for his beloved without minding it, without noticing it. For the first time, she showed respect for that power. In that instant, all magical resistance was lost, and the enormous power of George's feelings turned into magical energy in its complete form. The face was very beautiful, rich with history and value. Even as young as I was, it still forced me to take a deep breath when I witnessed its beauty, but it just made me want to touch it. But the vase easily fell and smashed into pieces, like a bubble that had been popped. It felt as though the time it possessed a form had just been an illusion. Lives are just that fragile, just that easily lost. I realized that my foolish curiosity had led to something that couldn't be undone. No matter how much I regretted it, no matter how much I apologized, the smashed face couldn't return back to its original form. A lost life will not return to normal no matter what happens. I was frightened that, even though my actions had been thoughtless and careless, had stolen away a life that could never be revived again. Then I pitied that lost life and cried. I was frightened of myself, the one responsible for its loss, and cried even more. I'm sure grandfather will also cry at the loss of his precious face. I'm sure that all the people who love grandfather and see him like that will cry. With the loss of a single life, the whole world can be filled with so much sadness. I cried even more. How terrible that was. Beatrice appeared and spoke.
ならばお嬢様、この壺を魔法で蘇らせましょう。それで皆が幸せになれるなら、壺も魔法も精霊たちも喜んでそのために力を貸し、元の姿を取り戻すでしょう。さあさあ、お嬢様、目を閉じて私と一緒にお歌を歌いましょう。さあさあ、目を閉じてごらんなさい。そして思い出してごらんなさい。あなたがどんな姿をしていたのか。それはきっととてもとても美しい姿。どうか私にあの姿をもう一度見せておくれ。
Those words of power knocked forcefully on the door to the land of the dead. The magic of her old self had performed that same forceful knock. However, doing it that way was horribly violent and earned the displeasure of the peacefully sleeping dead. But this time was different. It was very forceful and yet gentle and loving. The dead near the door opened their eyes and called out to the others that there was a voice calling for someone to come back. The sadness of that voice calling from the outside touched the hearts of the dead, and trying to respond as quickly as possible, they searched for Shannon's lost soul. Then they found it. They found the casket in which Shannon was peacefully sleeping. It truly was Shannon's soul, sleeping in the land of the dead. Inside the casket, it was covered with rose flowers, frozen in frost. She was sleeping in peace. They silently lifted that casket up. All at a glance, it looked like a funeral march. It had a complete opposite meaning. It was solemn, but filled with joy. Long forgotten dead were made to remember that they were loved. After their deaths, they were all given a warm sense of peace. Then, as as though guided by a warm light from the heavens. Then his body floated up out of the casket. The dead watched her go. He squinted at that warm light, offering their respect to this unknown member of the living, who had not lost his love for a person, even after their death. And his body was enveloped in the light from the heavens and began to disappear. In the jet black darkness of the land of the dead, faint flickering of gold butterflies could be seen. It reminded them of the gentle stars in the night sky, which they had long forgotten. George remembered being told that he must not say anything, and hurriedly covered his mouth. However, it felt like his heart was trying to jump into his throat, because he had seen Shannon's eyelids. Because he had seen Shannon's eyelids shake gently. Then those eyelids slowly opened. And his eyes were there, but they were still wrapped in the fog of the land of the dead. However, the human world's warmth. No, a lover's warmth. Which had called back her soul, slowly dissolved that fog, and her eyes gradually regained their sparkle. Then her eyes moved and recognized George.
George-san.
As her lips shook weakly, Anna definitely said that. The words were very faint, so much that they normally wouldn't have reached his ears. However, George clearly heard them. He heard the person he cared for, his fiancé, the one he loved most. And who should have been dead. Call his name once again.
シャノ、シャノ、僕がわかるかい？
ジョージさん、これは夢なの？
いや、 これは夢じゃないよ。だからほら、つねっても冷めないよ。
As George said that, he softly pinched Shannon's cheek. That's how George had always responded in the past. And Shannon had been surprised by something, and asked if she was dreaming. And Shannon felt the warm touch of George's finger on her cheek, and George realized that the warmth of the living had already returned. To his beloved person's cheek, they both cried. What words should a pair of lovers separated by death celebrate with? They are reunited. The words of the human world are not enough. In short, they had no need of the words of this world. George simply hugged Shannon, who was sitting up without talking. Shannon's strength was still feeble, and putting her arms around George's back took all she had. So George hugged her tightly to make up for that. To stop each other from going once more to a place the other's hand couldn't reach. They hugged each other so tightly, and yet so gently. As Shannon's fingers curled around George's back. Her ring finger, the engagement ring George had given her, definitely shone. That strong glint certainly wasn't just a sparkle of diamond. It definitely was a magical power that only the two lovers could possibly feel. It was because that strong light existed that they had been able to find her casket in the land of the dead. We had to understood. Sorry I'm blubbering so much. Just my throat is just choking up. I'm going to wipe my nose just a second. Let me try that again without choking up. We had to understood. That ring No, the feelings of the pair embodied in that ring were a miracle made real. In that moment, Josh definitely used magic. That had done nothing more than help him along. That magic had a power that could only reside in those who knew of the importance of life, who knew what it meant to try with all one's might. It was the power of a miracle, one that the endless wish couldn't possibly know of. A miracle that only the power of the finite could give rise to. By now, he had no choice but to accept it. He had to accept that true magic, true magical power, exists in a place furthest away from she who called herself a great witch.
ベアトリーチェ様。
I've been saying for episodes now, or at least the last few parts, I wished for Beatrice's redemption arc. And just this moment is everything I could ever wish for.
彼女が君を生き返らせてくれたんだ。ありがとう、ベアトリーチェ。
いいや、わらわは何もできなかった。シャノンをよみがえらせたのはそなたの魔力、そなたの魔法、奇跡を成し遂げる後宮の地。確かに見届けさせてもらったぞ。
ジョージさんが私を。
うん。わらわなど足元にも及ばぬほどの凄まじき魔力であったぞ。わらわなどまだまだ見習いの域を出ぬか。今こそ身の程を知ろうぞ。
We have to say it backwards. Oh, my throat was so choked up due to the emotions that it actually started hurting. Her physical strength was clearly exhausted. She had humbly said that George's power alone had revived Shannon, but Beat had also used all the magical and physical strength. And she reflected upon how difficult it was to revive a single life. Something she had been able to play around with, however she wanted to in the past. The couple kept on embracing each other tightly. Doing that, those feelings that couldn't be communicated with a billion words were shared.
ありがとう、ベアトリーチェ。君は僕たちの恩人だ。
ありがとうございます、ベアトリーチェ様。再びジョージ様に会わせてくださったこのご恩を決して忘れません。
よせよせ。愛し合う二人に感謝されては外道の極みと恐れられたわらわにはくすぐったすぎるというものよ。
わらわのことは気にするな。存分に再会を祝い合え。
Beato, who was leaning with her back against the wall, slid down the wall and said, I'm certainly very, very worried for Beato's health, so to speak. If she's put every ounce of strength into that revival, is she able to remain in this world, or how many centuries has it been since we last grew this tired from using magic? I probably haven't been this tired since the time I first succeeded in magic. Didn't the teacher praise me that time? Oh, but didn't I kill that same teacher who praised me? Don't be so naive, Beatrice. Isn't that what killing means?
ようやく魔法の使い方を思い出したようですね。
頭ん中酸欠でカラッカラで思い出すもへちまもねえぜ。それよりあんた殺したじゃねえかよ。現れるんじゃねえよ。
あなたが未だに私を生かしていますよ。だからこうして現れられます。もっともあなたの頭を撫でに来たわけでもありませんが。
無様なわらわをわざわざ嘲笑いに来たかよ。
I really, really hope there's fan art of her patting Beato's head. That would be very, very cute.
それに隠居までした魔女が今さら頭なんか撫でられちゃ他の魔女の笑い物だぜ。
そうですね。一人前どころか現役を退いたと豪語するあなたなのに、今頃になって魔法の使い方を覚えたなど恥ずかしくて誰にも言えませんね。
だなあ、内緒にしてくれよ、お師匠様。
Beato gazed at the couple hugging each other with a sense of pleasant despondency.
愛か。勝てねえな。
45データ治療射撃準備完了。
God damn it.
弾種選定装填。410射撃2匹。
The gold snake arrow fired by the jesters weaved its way through the bushes in the rose garden, weaved its way through the hedges, and climbed the stone steps towards the mansion's entrance, aiming for the keyhole. I really do hope that George's power, George's magic, the greatest miracle, is stronger than this arrow fired. It weaved through the corridors and flew into the keyhole on the door to the parlor. happened in an instant. One could barely blame Beato. He was completely worn out for not noticing it beforehand. Right before Beato's eyes, the gold snake flew in through the keyhole, rounded the two lovers, and pierced the two hearts in the blink of an eye. Oh. Furthermore, the gold snake faithfully pierced a hole through Shannon's chest once more. Two hearts were pierced by that gold snake, now by that gold sewing thread of the new brutal witch's furniture. And that happened in an instant, mocking the amount of effort it had taken to revive Shannon. Before Beato's shocked eyes, the two fell over and landed on the floor.
George. サノン。
ありがとう、ベアトリーチェ。わずかの間でも会わせてくれてありがとう。
George spent his last breath thanking Beato and died alongside the one he loved. Gold Snake, he still sewed the two in place, not like a light cyclone, revolving around the inside of the parlor, still searching for further prey in that room. This is just not fair. And the tip of the snake met Beato's gaze. That instant, Beato was prepared to die. At that moment, Virgilia stood in front of her, the fingers of both her hands drawing a seal. Instantly, gold-colored gold leaf buried the inside of the parlor. It was like a blizzard of gold.
ベアト、今のうちに逃げて。シエスタの黄金球からは誰も逃れられない。
410標的失端。ニシャ魔法機マシ。
I was about to say that it was some kind of trap. But damn, these two are just too overpowered.
45了解。索敵変更対人画像追尾方式。標的再補足410へデータリンク。410データ受領。すっとろいに先代様。来て来て来て。着弾。
Prey targeted by the Justice Sisters' golden bow did not escape. It could not be blocked. No magical barrier could even dream of blocking it without being multi-layered. The gap opened during that instant of confusion caused by Virgilia's deception magic, was Beato's only chance to escape. And it was the only chance to make the sisters confuse Virgilia for Beato. As Virgilia spread her arms wide, blocking the way to her beloved disciple, Gold Snake pierced straight through her heart. After sneaking in through the keyhole, the snake shot through Shannon, George, and then Virgilia in an instant, completely failing to notice Beato, and she used the instant to escape. As soon as Virgilia saw that Beato had gotten away, he died. The strength left her body, like gold is drifting with the wind, her form was erased. Beato completely erased all traces of her magical power, became gold butterflies, and passed through the wall, escaping to the wind and rain outside. Beato felt regret from the bottom of her heart. Why? Because she had been attacked by this new witch? Probably not. Of course she hated losing her teacher. And even more importantly, Beato was enraged at the barbarism that had boorishly stolen away the reunion between two lovers. Beato had poured out almost all of her magical power to reunite them. The result had been a miracle. The time it took to steal that away had been so ridiculously short. Beato trembled at the barbarous cruelty that had brought about such an abrupt end. It's almost like Beato now finally experiences what it's like to be a battler. Besides, this was the true form of the act she herself had committed up until that point. So just as strongly as Beato hated the new witch, she also looked at her previous self with disgust. But now she had to escape. She'll start it next. She'll probably lose her life to think that the chess player had ascended. Thinking they were like a god, only to be attacked by the pieces.
愛し合う二人なんだって？引き裂いて一度、合わせて二度、もう一度引き裂いて三度楽しめるだっけ？
Now that this particular game has affected the chess players themselves, I'm not sure how this can be changed back to the status quo it was at the beginning of this episode. But I do wonder if it has repercussions for the 4th episode? I would think so, since changing it back to the status quo from this situation would seem like such a ex machina, honestly. But then again, that Justice is his weapon really does seem like this ex machina, so overpowered.
そのついでにあのクソうるさいババアまでさよならできて最高にご機嫌よ。ロノウェ文句ないわよね。
ございませんとも、ベアトリーチェ様。
あいつは魔女の碑文の儀式を妨害したのよ。
Rolnove, please, please. Please avenge. Virgilia, please. Help Beatrice. And obviously not this bitch.
第一のバンド生贄を勝手に蘇らせて私の儀式を妨害したわ。文句言われる筋合いなんかなんにもないわよ。しかしずるいなあ。あいつは死体を残さないのね。あのババアも思いっきり何度も無限にいじめ殺して遊んでやろうと思ったのに。ジョージが来てないわよ。いつ降りたのよ。
いつってあれは何時くらいだったっけ。
確か4時か5時くらいだったかな。最低でも1時間以上は前だよ。
俺たち眠くなってその後は多分居眠りしてたし。でも多分ジェシカの言う通りだと思うぜ。1時間か2時間くらい前だった。
私もそのくらいの頃だと記憶しています。
Anyway, I'm sorry if there's some kind of weird audio transition here. Normally when a new scene begins, it replays the raining scene outside and then it transitions to the scene inside of the house. But when I saved on Ava's reaction, it actually did skip that whole rainy scene and just went straight to Ava, so I took a break. And I just loaded my save here, so there may be a weird audio hiccup.
Coffeeのおかわりはいるかと聞かれましたからな。
It's hard to believe that happened. Apparently when Aunt Eva had left for a second to wash her hands, Uncle Klaus and Aunt Nazi had disappeared. There's no way that they went hiding somewhere. Of course the doors and windows had all been rigorously checked. I almost said rigorously locked. I know we're locked from the inside. Sometimes I'm just reading too far ahead. Not one of them was broken. And it wasn't just true for the first floor, the second floor was the same. Again, all the doors and windows had locks built in a way that made it impossible to lock them from the outside. In other words, there was no way that Uncle Krabs and Aunt Nancy had gone outside, and yet they couldn't be found. Furthermore, they weren't the only ones who had disappeared, but George and Nicky of all people. George and Nicky had left saying he was going to get some more coffee. And had gone downstairs more than an hour earlier. They had assumed that he was having a conversation with Aunt Eva and the rest. And Aunt Eva, who had been in the lobby the whole time, said that no one had come down. Since all the doors and windows were locked from the inside, it was unthinkable that they had gone outside. However, 3 humans had evaporated from this barricaded guest house, which had become a perfect closed room. In a situation like this, we couldn't imagine that this was because they were playing hide and seek and trying to scare us with a prank. It was probably reasonable to assume that they had been caught up in this crime. When Aunt Eva had learned that their only son was missing, she had gone half insane, running from room to room and yelling his name. And Jessica, who suddenly lost both of her parents, had chased after her. Cries of George, George, and Mom, Dad had continued to echo through the guest house for some time. I think George said something about wanting to see Shannon's dead face. It would be reasonable to assume that he snuck out of the guest house and went to the mansion, but I didn't have a clue about Uncle Kraus and Aunt Nancy. Yet they see him leave, and then go to the mansion to search for him. Without even telling Aunt Eva. At this rate, it's only a matter of time before we start planning to leave the guest house to go search for them. When the time comes, I'll agree. I thought saying hold up in the guest house would be safe, which is why our big happy group of 12 people locked themselves up here this morning. And yet, now there are only 4 of us left. That means staying here is no guarantee of safety. However, one thing we can't afford to forget. All the doors and windows were locked from the inside. This is a closed room. How did they manage to vanish from this place? We searched around thoroughly. However, we couldn't find any traces of someone hiding. The 3 of them had almost certainly been taken outside the guest house.
どうやってでしょう。まさか隠し扉とかがあるとか。
隠し扉？
扉も窓も外から閉めることは構造上不可能です。釣り糸の類を使ってもこの構造では無理でしょうな。となれば扉や窓以外から出たと考えるのが妥当でしょう。
確かにそういう論法にもなるだろうよ。隠し扉が存在しないなんて断言は誰にもできない。しかしそういう発想に飛躍する前に 俺はもっとシンプルな可能性も疑ってる。
と申しますと？
For some time, that has been opening windows, opening shutters, and checking outside. Reading this for each window.
この窓は静かだな。なるほど。この窓は他と違って建物の構造上風が吹き込まないわけか。
そのようですな。こんなにも外は風雨なのに雨も風も入ってこないとは不思議な気持ちです。
南條先生、今窓を開けた時音を感じたかい？
気にはなりませんでしたな。よく油が効いていると思います。
つまり誰も見ていない廊下の窓からひょろっと抜け出すことは可能なわけだ。しかもこの窓なら風も吹き込まないから風圧でカーテンや扉が音を立てることもない。静かなもんさ。
Madeline leaned forward and looked at the ground below, while searching for some sign that George had jumped down. But at a glance, he didn't see any mark like that on the grass in the middle of the pouring rain.
こういう窓が1階にもあるのかもしれない。誰にも気づかれずに表へ出ることは可能だぜ。
しかし扉はおろか窓は全て施錠されて鎧戸まで閉まっていましたぞ。出ることは可能でも閉めることは不可能だ。
閉められるぜ。こうやってカチャンとな。
Butler closed the window and locked it, as though this was perfectly obvious.
まさかバトラさんが。
That George had someone helping him. Who looked through the window for him afterwards.
最後に中の人間が鍵を閉めればこんな密室は朝飯前だ。
しかしそれではそれでは
Ninja turned pale and shook his head several times, because the thing Butler had said had forced him to face the fact that it was frightening even to imagine.
俺の想像したトリックならな。しかしこんなトリックを使えば怪しまれる人物は極めて限定される。
He didn't want to say it in front of Nanjo, but after eliminating Jessica, who had been with him the whole time, only Nanjo and Ava could have done it.
私はそんなことをしませんぞ。誓ってもいい。
となるとエヴァおばさんと南條先生のアリバイ合戦ってことになる。俺たちは2人とも怪しんでそれぞれを別々に監禁すればいいだけの話。逆に言えばこのトリックはもっと生存者が多ければ有効かもしれないがこれだけ人数が減った状況下では大して有効ではないんだ。
No, on the contrary, it would be a chance of having your own neck strangled by using it. It would have been more advantageous to make it look like the culprit was outside. To intentionally leave a door unlocked or break a window.
もしこの失踪劇が今日の昼にでも起これば俺は自信満々にこの説を発表しただろうよ。 だがこの段階に至っては全然自信が持てないぜ。何なんだこいつは。一体何を意味してやがるんだ。この密室はよ。
やはりその
なんだい南條先生。思いつきでもいいから言ってくれよ。
Ninja looked like he was trying to swallow his words, even though he had thought of something. I urged him on. After Dr. Ninja refused several times, saying that it was just a foolish idea, he finally said it out loud.
そのやはりこれは本当に魔女の仕業ではないのかと。
バカバカしい。魔女なんているわけがねえぜ。
魔女は私たちに訴えたいのです。人間にはできないことをやってのけるからこそ自分を魔女だと認めさせたいに違いないのです。私はこのゲストハウス全体の密室からの失踪はそういう魔女からのメッセージだと感じています。考えてはならないのです。意味なんてきっとないのです。私は恐ろしい。
Dr. Ninja shook with fear. It looked like he was trying to erase the fearsome thoughts, but he kept imagining one after the other. When we went down the stairs, Aunt Ava and Jessica were enraged, and were each persistent in their desire to leave this place and search for their respective families. It was a desire that naturally hit those who can no longer see their family. Aunt Ava told Dr. Nanjo and me to stay here. I shook my head and started walking.
もう引きこもりはたくさんだぜ。俺も外の空気を吸いたくなってきた。
ああ、行くならさっさと行こうぜ。もうこんなところに閉じこもってるのはまっぴらさ。早く父さんや母さんやジョージ兄さんを探しに行こう。
The blood had all risen to Jessica's head. I hope he doesn't set off her asthma.
残りたい人は勝手に残ってればいいわ。とにかく私たちは表を探してくるわ。
南條先生はどうする？一人で留守番してるかい？
No way that somebody would stay here all alone.
私もご一緒させてください。
Other than holding up alone in the guest house, whose security was by no means guaranteed, It would be better to enter a danger zone as a group of 4 people. And they've had a gun. Moving separately from her was almost like asking to be made into the next victim. In this way, the 4 of us decided to leave the guest house. Even though it should have been safe to barricade ourselves here, we lost 8 people after doing so. It was almost as though it was a holding cell in which the sacrifices could be killed one after another. We removed the chain, unlocked the front door, and opened it. It was already pitch black. While there were some lights outside that dimly lit the pathway, we didn't have enough power to pierce the darkness that some suspicious person might be hiding in.
行くわよ。遅れても知らないんだからね。
Still holding her gun, Aunt Eva dashed out without an umbrella. Jessica followed after her. They're glancing at each other, Dr. Nanjo and I chased after them. What in the world is happening in this mansion, on this island? I've just been shut up in the guest house with the rest of the cousins since yesterday. I don't know anything about what's going on outside. This what is happening that I don't know about. Outside this room in the mansion on this island, everything's happening, everything is proceeding, and everything's ending without my knowing it. Somewhere in my heart, I've already started giving up. Most likely, not one of us will see tomorrow morning. When the seagulls cry, nobody will be left alive. Thank you for watching, and until next time. Also, the clock is very big already.